Flow state is a mental condition where you are completely absorbed, focused, and deeply engaged in an activity. It features a loss of self-consciousness, distorted time perception, and effortless action. When reaching these states, I wondered to myself how deeply we merge with the avatars we control. I stumbled across an oddity, like one of those mystery spots in America. It was called Punk Towner's Weaveworld, named after a trippy Clive Barker novel where the protagonist is sucked into another world through the portal of a Persian rug. After successfully experimenting with portals in my last adventure, I was hungry to venture deeper into the creative minds of the community, so I thought an impromptu trip to the anomaly was in order. I came to the anomaly with an open mind and spirit, and a heart full of hope to connect with other civilizations. The first thing I noticed when I entered this place was this strange magical glowing orb on the roof. The name Wizard's Rest conjures so many images for me. This place sort of reminded me of the ramshackle tower in Sword in the Stone, where Merlin was whimsically propping it up with an umbrella. I was instantly charmed by the steampunk facade and creeping ivory on the front of the house. The lanterns on this entrance seemed so inviting. I was definitely getting Gek Wizard vibes, not Viking or Korvax. Walking through this magical portal, I was met with a collection of ancient scrolls. What a magical little place. Hello there, friend. It must be pretty inspiring to look out of this window at the alien landscape, whilst working on some strange project not of this earth. And I spotted a nook, a charming little nook with an open fire and scrolls. This was definitely a base fit for a wise old wizard. Having got a good impression of the base from the inside, I wanted to see what the exterior was like. Such a beautifully crafted base. I decided that if I wanted to get a better look at the base, I needed to Phew, that was a close call. What a fascinating place. It looks like something out of an anime from the 1980s or something. This alien sky was so peaceful and serene, but oddly unsettling in equal measures. This strange eldritch base had fueled my wanderlust. I needed something to aid my journey. Unboarding my ship, the Unfathomable, I headed towards the alien cartographer. This dude looked so chill. Hi there, Salesgek Animitra. 3 alien planetary charts, please. Having located the monolith, I made my way towards the planet's surface. The weather on the planet's surface was extremely oppressive, though I knew I had a goal I needed to succeed. Fortunately, the entity of the monolith seemed pleased with my answer. Fortuitously, in my previous adventure, I found a rare Korvax casing that I could offer to the monolith, and so the game was afoot. I stood in the field of purple glowing crystals under a magenta sky, wondering what fate had in store for me. Having made my way through the portal, I was met with one of the most striking bases I had ever seen. It did look indeed like a witch's apothecary. It looked like one of those ornate statues you found in the New Age shops in the 90s. The base had been perfectly crafted into the environment. It was as if it naturally sprouted from the ground after some magical incantation. What a beautiful creation. As I walked in, the hut seemed to give me a warm hug, with details in every corner. I can imagine a shop assistant in this nook, reading their book as a patron carefully examines their wares. I love this display case with a ladder next to it, and this cauldron in the corner. It was so beautiful and quaint, it almost cast a spell on you. This place seemed so well lived in, I almost felt naughty going upstairs into the bedroom. With everything so painstakingly crafted and placed, it looked like a scene straight out of a medieval fantasy novel. I love the steampunk flair to this roof, amazing. I love the placement of this chair by the window. I can imagine placing my hot cup of coffee on this shelf, while sinking deep into the chair and reading a good book. This winding staircase is such a showstopper, with all the lanterns and lights hanging from the roof in an enchanted witch's forest underneath the alien skies. But before I left, I needed to do one more thing. A geek at the space station had talked about a witch's curse, and I needed to find out if it was true by ascending this ladder. Dave? Anyone? Can anyone hear me? I found myself trapped in a labyrinthine hellscape with a dragon's egg at the centre. Trying to conquer my fears, I came towards the egg, and as I got closer, I had a strange compulsion to look inside. The eye at the top looks like the eye of Sauron from Lord of the Rings. And these fins on the outside look like dragon scales. Such an ingenious design, and as I make my way towards freedom, I look back one last time in both fear and admiration at this cosmological eldritch horror. The unfathomable to the rescue. As I made my way towards the stars once more, I contemplated the meaning of the base's title, The Last Egg of the First Dragon. I started to wonder where dragons came from, how many references in mythological scripts and stories from all over the world. Was it just a case of convergent evolution of stories of creative ideas springing to life spontaneously at different corners of the globe, as if by magic?